One of the things I've just heard a lot is like, oh, if you invest 10 grand in Texas, you're going to get 25% interest. Like, no, odds are you're going to get the property. So we want to clarify that here for you. So for most of you guys watching, avoid the homestead. Just not going to be worth the risk. Next one would be like blemishes on title. Now, remember, in Texas, the tax deed sale wipes out mortgages and things like that, but you want to keep an eye on city liens, like if they're cutting the grass or if they've had to do any cleanup, because those things can compound massively and cost. We've seen $50,000 grass cutting liens in the past. And Josh, can you tell the thing about Texas with the perhaps there could also be extra years taxes owed?
Yeah. So if we go ahead and we look at, and I can just pull up my screen here to show what I'm talking about. Okay, so what I'm looking for is yeah, something like this. Okay, so we've got a tax sale property here. The opening bid is 45 grand, pretty steep for an opening bid, just for the back taxes and interest. And the adjudged value, you know, how much the county thinks it's worth, is 211,000. We've got a case number right here, 2018 and then 31168. And so the case number is the year that they started the foreclosure process on the homeowner. So that means back in 2018, that's when the first letter went out, and the letter would have said that you know, you owe these XYZ, you know, for delinquent taxes, and if you don't pay, the county has the right to foreclose on you and take your property. And now it's 2025, you know, almost 2026. So it's been a long time. And so the older the case file, the more risk. And so you just kind of remember that as a rule of thumb across any Texas tax sale, because usually you don't see that in other states. Usually you're just dealing with properties that have been delinquent for 1 year, 2, 3, 4, 5 max. But in this case, this is pretty old. And so once we click more details, they do make that a bit easier to show. And so the tax years in this judgment are 2015 to 2018, which means that they are not including 2019 up to 2025. And so it's a bit deceptive because the opening bid does not include all of the back taxes. And so to find out what the actual amount is due, the total amount, you would just go to the tax assessor website, or my apologies, the tax collector website, and see what the entire amount is that's due. And it's going to be bigger than this because, you know, $211,000 back taxes, you know, 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22, and interest and penalties and all of that, it's going to be more. So that's something that you want to watch out for